Good day, everyone. It is currently the 9th of October 2011, and out here across the Western Pacific today we have several areas of convection we continue to watch today. But first of note, we're looking out here just towards the northwest of the Philippines. There's an area of low pressure out here, and that has brought some rain showers across the country. Actually, in Casiguran, seeing upwards of 84 millimeters of rain, while in the Metro Manila area, upwards of 80 millimeters of rain, and some of those could be even higher up here in the mountain ranges as you get some of that adiabatic cooling out there and that orographic lifting, which could have squeezed out some of the rain showers a little bit more along northern Luzon. But that is moving away from the country right now, and if we actually zoom in on this area and look at the visible imagery, you can see it is rather disorganized. The center of circulation out here over the South China Sea, and overall though, especially along the northern periphery, this system, or this basically area of low pressure, is getting pummeled by a very high amount of vertical wind shear due to high pressure coming in from the north, and that gradient-induced winds actually here along the Taiwan Strait and the Luzon Strait, kicking up winds upwards of about 35 to 40 knots out there. So overall, it's a fairly disorganized system. And if you just look at the water vapor imagery, most of the convection located here east of Luzon Strait could move on shore across Taiwan, bring some rain showers there as well. And also you're still having some inflow coming from the southwest, mainly southwest monsoonal type rain showers, but that's going to continue to hit the Philippines here over the next 24 hours. So don't be surprised if you see some areas of thunderstorms day to day as some of that moist air moves on shore. But just looking at the tropical cyclone formation probability, the first time I've actually used this in one of my video updates, does show a very high risk of development over here, but I really do believe that's going to be backed off here in the next 24 hours as it moves into that higher vertical wind shear. But check this out, just here right around Yap you have another area of high probability. Well, that is Invest 92 whiskey out here, and if you look at the visible imagery, it does have some good inflow coming from the west and from the east on the northern periphery, therefore indicating a circulation out here just over Yap. Actually, Yap in the past 24 hours has received about 56 millimeters of rainfall, so that's also indicating that this area convection has abundant amount of moisture with it. It's not really dry, and also re-emerged a lot of convection in the last 24 hours. I know yesterday we were kind of talking about how it may have dissipated out here, but looks like right now it actually has more of a chance. And if you look at some of the ASCAT imagery, it does have a little bit of a counterclockwise circulation in here. Just looking just south of Yap, just east of Palau, you see that little rotation? Well, that's actually that counterclockwise circulation where this system is located. So just another indicator of a possible development. Some factors will also play into this system is the vertical wind shear, particularly here just south of the Philippines, right around Mindanao. You're seeing about 30 knots of wind shear, while where the system is located right now, just over Yap, you're seeing about 5 to 10 knots of wind shear. That's conducive for development, but if it tracks off here towards the west-northwest, as a lot of the models are indicating, and just the streamlined analysis is indicating, it should remain in that low amount of vertical wind shear, thus allowing the development of a tropical system. Now, at this point, I don't think it's going to develop into anything more than a tropical depression, possibly a tropical storm. If it was to develop, I know we've been saying that for several days now, but this convection has continued to persist. But the main problem with this is going to be the rainfall, and if it does take this track, as many of the models are indicating here, this is just showing the CMC UK and GFS model outlook, it will likely make landfall here around Visayas and southern Luzon. And as we all know, with the twin tropicals that we saw last week, this area is already saturated out here, and any more rainfall is definitely going to bring some more flooding, as we're just seeing with this last area of low pressure that moved across the island. But regardless, as it moves off towards the west, likely making a possible landfall here along the eastern Philippines around Tuesday into Wednesday. So probably early to midweek, we'll be seeing an increase of rain showers out there. Even if it does not develop up into a tropical depression or a storm, you're still going to be seeing a continued amount of rain showers, possibly upwards of 100 to 200 millimeters of rain around here in Visayas and southern Luzon as that tracks off in that direction. So it's going to be a definite localized flooding contributor, but also in the urban areas in the Metro Manila area where you have the poor drainage as usual, you're definitely going to be seeing the possibility of flooding as well. But we're going to keep a close eye on the system, and if it does develop any further, we'll keep you updated here at Western Pacific Weather. But also, I do want to look around the rest of the Western Pacific today to have a trough of low pressure moving across Korea today out towards Japan. That's going to be bringing some cloudy skies here and possibility of rain showers across northern Honshu, and even in Hokkaido you could see the chance of some snow up there. Actually, we saw snow up there last week, the first snow of the season up there. Well, behind this, some of that cold air is going to be rushing off of much of Russia here, moving across the Sea of Japan, and with that, ocean effect snow, very similar to the lake effect snow you see back in the United States. Well, out here, especially here around the northern sea of Japan, also you see that often. So you're going to be seeing that start to occur more often with the fall and winter season moving in here. And speaking of winter, starting to come into spring here across Australia, but you're still having areas of low pressure run across country Victoria and New South Wales here. Actually got some reports of some of the viewers out here still seeing thunderstorms here the last couple days across Melbourne and into Sydney. Well, behind that here by Tuesday and then into Wednesday, looks like a high is going to start to ridge in, producing some fairer weather out there. Meanwhile, though, you have a low moving over Perth, which is going to also bring in some rain showers by the early part of next week. But bad news, doesn't look like any relief in sight for the drought and hot conditions up here in Queensland, where you haven't seen any rainfall in quite a while the Australian high still dominating up there and going to continue to produce those clear skies across much of the region as indicated on the satellite imagery. But thanks again for listening to the update here. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, as usual, post them in the comment box below. If you're watching us here on YouTube, or also please visit the website at westernpacificweather.com to check out some of the other features we got going on there as well. And also, please subscribe here in the bottom right. If you click down in here, you can subscribe. So thanks again, everybody, and hope you have a great day. Stay safe.